Hey guys, so here bringing you another video. Now welcome to a Challenger Spectate. Apologies that there is, I think, 2 of them back to back. It's just the way of my live videos have worked out. Tomorrow's main video is an absolute doozy and I wanted that to be the main video of the day. I've said I wanted to do this for a little while though. So Renata's been out for a little while. And on my impression, I've had a few of them in my games. She looks completely useless. So I wanted to watch a Challenger player. So this is a person that's involved with Gamers 2, G2, and I wanted to see what they do. Now, one thing I did notice in their build is they actually kind of build tank. So they are starting with the AP item, but that's about it. They don't really go into any other AP items. They go into kind of tank items. So I thought we'd watch it. Obviously, I don't normally do Challenger Spectates in support, so it might not be the most exciting thing to watch, but we will see what a Renata can enable for her team to do, if anything. So they're against a Samira Thresh, which is quite a scary lane in all-ins. And typically, from what I've seen about Renata, her lane phase is really bad. So again, her cooldowns, just to remind everybody, her Q is on a 16-second, her W is on a 28-second, her E is on 14 seconds. That's your lane phase. Your lowest cooldown ability has got a 14-second cooldown in lane phase. Then your ultimate has a 150-second cooldown. They are ridiculously long cooldowns, and that I think is part and parcel. One, she does feel very boring to a lot of people because you can't use your abilities in lane. You know, Thresh Hook, right? Thresh Hook is a big thing. Thresh Hook is a 20-second cooldown, and that's like a big thing. His E is a 13-second cooldown, and they're, you know, historically in League of Legends, Thresh's cooldowns are like a really big deal. Renata, on average, has longer cooldowns than Thresh. So anyway, trades in the really early game doesn't look too bad. Enemy team may be a bit more aggressive, but with the ranged that Jhin and Renata has, they can just do a bit more poke. One thing you will notice, meanwhile, good hook hits the Q, pushes back the Thresh, hits the E on the both, which is not bad for damage. Big fight extending. Enemy team doesn't really want to back out, which is kind of weird because that's going to be one death. Enemy team does not have flash, and going all in does the Samira and gets the Jhin. So overall, not too bad. Renata's still looking for the all-in. Doesn't... Oh, she just gets the kill. And that actually has made that a really worse situation. So there we go. Absolutely crazy. Again, I've seen Renata's not do anything in lane. And this Renata clutches out a 2v2, getting both of them. And that's going to give advantage over to the, the Jhin side overall. They are pushing it in. You see the Renata... Oh, good hook. Renata finished her base, didn't decide to base because the minion wave was going to crash in a bad way. She needed it to make it crash into the tower. Now, this is a mistake potentially by Thresh. He has to flash, bad flash by him. And yes, you are an overstay, arguably. Xin flashing. Renata does have flash. Will she get away? She's W'd herself. Viego's doing Viego things. Does end up killing the Thresh. Has taken over the Thresh's soul. He doesn't have ultimate yet. So the Q by Renata throws into an enemy, gets the stun. Talon, of all things, maybe not surprisingly, is roaming as a Talon mid, and then the enemy team will actually gain advantage from that situation. Jhin is back to mid lane, but now he's against 3 opponents, so there's not really anything he can do. I'm definitely not saying RENATA GLASC every single time. Hell no. That, to me, is really annoying. I did, by the way, hear the reasoning. If you guys are like, why is the champion called RENATA GLASC and not just Renata? Or Renata, whatever you want to pronounce it. The reasoning behind it, the Riot has given, is she is a businesswoman. She is kind of a famous businesswoman of her world. And the way that Riot explained it is you don't call Bill, Bill. You call Bill Gates. You don't say Elon, you say Elon Musk. You don't say Jeff, you say Jeff Bezos. That's what the Riot defined it as. The really successful business people in life, they are double-barrel. They are always using both of their names. So that is why Riot has done it. Because yeah, I've never heard someone just go Elon or Bill. It's always Elon Musk, Bill Gates. So that's why that's Riot's own reasoning to why she is RENATA GLASC. Which is kind of cool. Again, it makes sense. But I'm not calling her RENATA GLASC every single time. That is annoying. But anyway, Jhin returning to lane, obviously a bit of a Fiesta situation. He's a scaling champion, not a lane phase champion, so he doesn't arguably want crazy lane phase. But he's caught up with CS. Bad hook by Jhin. Renata is going to do what she can. Thresh in the middle of minions. W on for Jhin. He's dead. He gets the kill. He's alive again. He's alive again officially. He does end up dead. So just reminding how the zombie mechanic for Renata works is if the teammate double kill, this is bad. Again, that is because the Jhin got, let's be honest, he got hit by a hook. But if Renata with her W hits the W on a teammate, they die. They are now in zombie form for I think about 3 seconds from memory. If that opponent, sorry, if your ally during those seconds, it's 5 seconds, 5 seconds gets a takedown, so there's a kill or an assist on an enemy, they'll come back to life. Oh no, well, because they're kind of already alive. Their health will be set to a maximum 35% health of what they revived to, and then they're technically alive, they will not die. So that's obviously one of the main mechanics of what this champion can do. It is a very powerful mechanic. You know, it was quite ironic that on the same, near enough the same patch that Riot removes the zombie mechanic of Chem Dragon, they go, yo, what about a Chem Champion? Because that's what she is, she's a Chem Baron. What if we put a Chem, another hook, a Chem Dragon Champion, as a champion, she W's, the Jhin is alive, he doesn't get a kill, so he dies. Both of them dead. Both of them are getting completely magneted, that's a word, to both, to hooks. So is that the Thresh playing bad, or is that red team playing, is that the Thresh playing good, or the red team playing bad? But again, we'll keep watching, because so far, this is exactly as I kind of would imagine most Renatas to be. They did obviously get the early kill. They did well in that situation, but they're losing lane phase quite badly. There's not much that a Renata herself as a support can do. There are some supports in lane phase that can make a big difference in lane phase. Renata is not one of them, and that, I think, is part of her problem. But potentially in this game, meanwhile Talon is roaming again, potentially in this game we'll see what the strength of this champion, I believe, is. Her strength is definitely not lane phase. Her strength is all about after lane phase. It's the big team fights. Thresh goes in. Mistake has been made. With then the hook. So she hooks the Thresh. Talon is here, though. Again, unsurprisingly, he is legit a roaming champion. Unfortunately, no W by Renata. She's W'd herself. Is going to get the kill. Is then... Oh, really good stopwatch with the dig, with the flash. Ends up with a triple kill on that support. And honestly, that was nothing to do really with the champion. The actual just player played that well positioning. So well done to her. That was fantastic. So yeah, a 4-3-3. And some people, this is where you'd be like, oh, I'm getting fed as a Renata, has AP ratios. Does that mean I build full AP? Notice in her build in the bottom right, no, she's building tank. I think that is part and parcel of this champion, that maybe why a lot of people are failing with the champ is because they are building AP. She doesn't do any damage. Like, genuinely, she has 0 damage in her kit. What she has is really powerful use of spells, that her Q, if you hit a Q and you throw it into an enemy, that stuns them. Her W is the revive mechanic that's a steroid for the enemy team. Her E, obviously, that is the kind of damage, I guess, but it also gives shields. The ultimate, obviously, I'll say the ultimate does feel very lackluster, but that's the big CC that makes everybody attack each other. It's about surviving to get more cooldowns off. That's what this champion seems to be. Joe C86, thank you so much for the 15 months of Prime. Appreciate it. All right, fight potentially happening. Jhin getting caught out again. So you saw there, Renata hit a hook. She throws a Thresh into her Samira that stuns both of them. Genomic Beast, 15 months, tier 1 also says, haven't been around in like 2 years. Good to see that Huzzy Cannon is still a thing. Oh, it's definitely a thing. Oh, 100, yeah, definitely. Welcome back, though, dude. Nice to have you. We've actually had quite a few, really weirdly, today we've had like 3 or 4 really old school viewers who have popped back in. So welcome back. It's lovely. Alright, so the enemy Xin could still be hovering. You can see that there is an XP advantage over to blue team. Renata herself is still level 6. All-in is kind of happening. She is 2v1ing. Viego's here. Play is happening. W bad. Has that, though. Xin is in the area. No hook landed. And that will be the end of that. So it's a very, I would say, it's a bot lane centric game. Mid lane, Talon, especially not really Victor, but roaming bot lane. Both junglers are mainly in bot lane all the time. It's a very much a bot lane centric game. So Renata is close to level 6. She really could do with this spell. Because just imagine, the Samira is going to be attacking her own teammates. Oh, hooked again. By the way, yes, Talon is here. W is on. The Jhin... Oh my god, the Jhin didn't get involved in the Thresh kill. Wow, I don't even know how that's possible. The Jhin did not get involved in the Thresh kill. Therefore, the Jhin did not get revived. That's kind of a big deal. Yeesh. Level 6 has been finally hit for Renata, but unfortunately for her, her jungle and AD carry have both died. She can't really do a lot here, but she's going to try. Here we go. Is the ulti going to make an appearance? The ulti has made an appearance. They don't attack each other at all. She's W'd herself, revives. Then, with the tower damage, doesn't get the kill, but she did get one. But yeah, so that's part of the problem of the ultimate for Renata. For anything to be... For the ultimate to be useful, oh, the enemy team are attacking each other. The enemy team need to be next to each other, because like that, they didn't attack each other at all because they weren't in range of each other. So, yeah. Alright, Jhin ulti's come down. She's trying to escape. And that's that. He now can go all in, though, with the range. Can he get the kill? Spell wall. Oh! Oh my god, this Jhin! He is getting wrecked this game. And yes, we're going to continue watching this replay. Shutdown has happened. Jhin is literally half farm and getting absolutely shreked. Alright, Dragon play potential. I think the enemy team have backed off it, though. Xin in the area. This could be a mistake by them. See, that's her damage. Very little. Again, she's... The way of it that even I was confused when she first came out. You know, I thought, oh, she's kind of like an enchanter. And she'll be on some, you know, Sona level. And Sona does decent damage, kinda. But, you know, she's mainly an enchanter, but does damage. That's what I was thinking Renata would do. So this champion, I guess, is an enchanter for utility. And that's it. She doesn't do any damage. Like, you've got to think of her as purely a utility champion. No damage at all. Which is very weird in modern day League. Like, it's the weird thing to say. Is Renata as a new champion? She feels modern because she has, like, broken modern mechanics. She's got the W, which is a zombie mechanic. Her ultimate is a bit weird, but, like, attacking each other is very modern. But for modern League, which is all about doing damage, she doesn't do any damage. So that's where I feel she doesn't incredibly blend into the modern day game. That's just me, though. But what I would say, you know, even though lane phase, as you can tell, has gone disastrous, you know, would the Jhin be doing better if the Jhin didn't have Renata? Maybe. And yeah, it is point to make, everybody. She has rushed Anathema's Chains. So Anathema's Chains is you choose an enemy champion, which I'm going to guess she's picked Samira. She has picked Samira. And basically, that champion takes more damage and has increased CC, less tenacity, after a certain amount of stacks. That hook didn't land. Wow. All right. Which I think is quite good. Hook landed. Thresh is overextended. He does have flash available. I think he's just going to accept the death. W's landed into a... Oh, he does flash. Oh, wow. Okay. One hit. Two hit. Big kill. Into the Samira kill. Or hits the... Sorry, Samira once. And that's going to be that. So a small advantage for them. So there's that. They might look for a tower dive. But honestly, tower diving a fed Samira with shield bow seems a little bit spicy. She's going for the all-in. She manages to get the Jhin, because I just don't think he was expecting it. The Viego damage over the top with the big ulti, even I think at the time he was level 8. He still does 1,000,000 damage, and Samira will go down. So they do get the champion, but she did end up with a 1v3 kill, which is quite good. But yeah. Alright, gonna go back. Building, by the way, as you can see, more cooldown reduction, or as they call nowadays, ability haste. I still don't know why they renamed cooldown reduction. Like, it's cooldown reduction. Why is it called ability haste now? I don't know. But obviously, Anathema's Chains has got ability haste. The next item she's buying ability haste. There's a theme emerging, as I mentioned earlier. It's not about doing damage as this champion. It's about getting your abilities off and getting them, using them more. So the Xin, quite weak compared to a Viego, maybe unsurprisingly. So, you know, Viego, sorry, the Xin that's invading a Viego just gets killed pretty easily. Like, the Viego is literally full health. So, yeah. Kind of crazy. Kennen doing a little bit of deeps, but as obviously it's tank Renata. Ooh, right into a Viego. It's tank Renata, so she's not going to get one shot. That is a Kennen ultimate happening, by the way. We cannot see it. Unfortunately, yes, replays after literally a year or two have still not been updated. So there are some abilities we cannot see, with Kennen ult being one of them. A little bit frustrating, but nothing we can do about it. Jhin will be happy. Well, I was going to say Jhin would be happy to stay bot lane and free farm, but unfortunately for him, the Victor's taken control of his lane. I would question that potentially. I'm just going to open the window. Sorry. I'm just getting very warm. My room apparently is 24 degrees Celsius. I didn't even notice. So Renata's going to group up with potentially the Viego. So for what I want to see, I will say, what I want to see myself from this replay, if ever, is an actual ultimate by Renata that does something. I've had quite a few Renatas, I would say, in my games. Put it this way, the champion's not getting banned, but it's not getting picked. If people like... Should we have a little look at it? If people like overall win rates, let's just look. I don't even know what her overall win rate is right now. Oh, wow, that's amazing. I wouldn't even surprise. 50% win rate. That's actually really... Like, literally, I'm surprised. In Platinum 2 and above, the win rates... The win rate standard, what everyone uses... Yeah, like, literally, that's surprising. I would have expected this champion's overall win rate to be in, like, the 30%. But, yeah. So, Dragon will be spawning in 40 seconds. She's gone back. What is she buying now? Maybe just the boots. So, again, ability haste boots, by the way, everybody. Everything is about ability haste. Nothing is about doing damage. Everything is of, I need to get my abilities off cooldown fast. Because, again, her abilities are very powerful, but you can only use them every, like, 20 seconds. So, Xin is potentially invading. Maybe they're wanting to use that Rift Herald top lane, which is weird to me. If you're going to go use Rift Herald top lane, you're sacrificing the dragon, potentially. Thresh out of position. Renata coming over the top does end up getting the kill with Viego. He does use Rift Herald, but he doesn't commit himself to it. He just uses it and walks away, because, again, nice hook. Pushes him a little bit out of the way. Is running Glacial, by the way. And there we go. Oh, God, that was... Dude, I thought Talon might have, like, followed him the whole way then. Apparently he doesn't. Neither nice hook. So, I will say this Renata is hitting a lot more hooks than I've seen other Renatas land. Which is good, I guess. Again, would you expect that from a challenger player? Yes. Alright, so, you shouldn't really let the Xin just casually get to the dragon. You know, you are quite tanky as this Renata. You could block. Talon's here also by himself, which is... surprising. I would imagine he's just waiting in this bush, by the way. Yep, he was waiting in that bush, and they get bullied off the dragon. That's so weird. Renata ultimate, they're attacking each other, and it did nothing at all. But because she's tanky, she won't get one shot. Viego gets one kill. He's immune, untargetable, and now he can just go on the absolute blitz of the healthy champion that is Viego. He did die there, by the way. He got W'd by Renata, and that brung him back to full life. He doesn't actually die. Crazy. So what I would say about this champion, from what I can kind of just say, Renata in himself doesn't seem great. But combine her with broken champions, she is suddenly very good. Combine her with a Viego, for example, fantastic. Combine her probably with an Akali, fantastic. Combine her with these type of champions, and you will enable the broken champions to do even more. That's what this champion is. It's the ultimate enchanter. Literally the ultimate enchanter. She does sod all damage. Literally none. A Sona will do more damage. A Lulu will do more damage. A Yumi will do more damage. But she doesn't do any damage. But she enables a Viego. Like, that ultimate, which really doesn't... Like, I thought, oh, they're going to start attacking each other and the enemy team actually will start killing each other. I've seen one Renata ult that killed... Like, an enemy killed their own teammate since she's been launched. And yeah, maybe that's the thing. She's an enabler, not an enchanter. Maybe that's true. W, get the kill, get the kill! Gets the kill, gets revived, and there you go. So again, that mechanic is crazy. That's a very modern League of Legends mechanic. That Jhin should be dead, like 100%. But because the W happened, he got the kill, he's alive. And even if he didn't get the kill, even if Renata got the kill, the fact that he got a takedown, he would have been... Like, he would have been alive. He would have got revived. Very modern. All right, enemy team starting to group a little bit, maybe panicking that the game is really going in the favor of red team now. Kennen going all in. Can Renata get to the Jhin? Doesn't get to the Jhin to press W, unfortunately. Renata in trouble. Doesn't even get W on herself. Enemy team having a big old fight. 2v4 in this situation. Viego stopped watching. Can he ultimate at the right time? He flashes. Victor's here. Bada bing, bada boom. One ult. Now you take over, and Viego combining with his team. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Thank you very much. Well, there we go. Very nice. Baron is now being started. That's a bit surprising. Samira. Whoa. Vic, that bite, that. Ooh, that's a 006 Victor doing that much damage in one combo, and then a Samira basically healing it in one go. Uh-oh. Dude, this Samira, again, this is how you have to play Samira. Yes, this is G2's apparently new support is who we're watching. Jhin! Press W! Oh, dude, he didn't even die. So again, if he died, he would have rezzed back up to 35% health or whatever because the W was enabled. But, like, damn. Oh, no! Okay, they're fine. I will say, I don't know if anybody else. I'm a little bit weirded out to actually see a Talon mid. I don't actually think you can really play Talon mid in modern day League. Talon, I think, is actually legit a jungler nowadays. Talon, obviously, as you saw in lane phase, was never a mid. He was roaming constantly to bot lane, and that's how you have to play Talon. And in that way, why don't you just play jungle? Like, jungle, you're basically playing to roam as a jungler. That's what your playstyle is. Isn't that better? Because then at least you can leave mid lane to a mid laner who's farming all the time, for example. I don't know. Hey, Drano, how's it going, dude? But anyway, as you can see, though, because, like, lane phase is starting to go over, they are starting to become a little bit more useful, which is good. Cat jungle. Yeah, I don't think you can play cat jungle. I'm sure some people have tried. What I'm hearing is the key to Renata is being challenger. I mean, I think the key to Renata is never blind picking her. Renata, I would say, arguably, and this might sound weird to people, she might be the most, if not one of, the most team-orientated supports in the game. Like, you can't play Renata and then have kind of weaker picks. You really need strong picks to make this champion worth picking. Like, that is it. You need the Viego. You need, you know, eventually a Jhin that scales. You need these picks. If you're sitting there and you're like, well, our team comp is really bad and our champions don't really scale, don't pick Renata. So that's what I would say, is she's a good counter pick in some ways, but she's a good pick when you know what the enemy comp is. Look, they're attacking each other. Does sod all. Again, the ultimate literally, to me, when I saw that, when it got unveiled and I made my video, pretty much I was most hyped about her ultimate. And I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. It's so lackluster. Like, unfortunately lackluster. Because again, you can't blind pick also just to say for two reasons. One, you need to know who your teammates are. You need to make sure you have one or two broken champions you can help, you know. W, Jhin gets revived, gets the kill, doesn't die. Modern day League of Legends mechanics. Xin going all in, trying to get that Jhin. That's a tilted Jhin if I've ever seen, sorry, Xin if I've ever seen one. But yeah, so that's one reason I'd say you can't blind pick this champion. You need on your team to make sure that you've got these kind of broken champions like a Viego or a Jhin eventually that scales to use. Because again, you're not a carry, you're an enabler. If you've got a Draven that loses the early game, that's going to really be bad. Second reason, what's the point of picking Renata? Again, I know her ultimate's not great, but you still want it to be useful. There's no point picking Renata in blind pick if then suddenly, oh, the whole enemy comp, she's W'd herself, she doesn't even die. What's the point of picking it is, I'm ulting, and the whole enemy comp is full of mages, or none of them are auto-attack champions. Then legit, your ult does nothing. And that's going to be the game. So, is Renata interesting? Yes. Is she actually kind of different? Yes, she is. She's arguably, again, a potential new type of support that's not an enchanter. She's an enabler, not an enchanter. By herself, she does literally nothing. So, interesting, though. And again, makes the point clear. Look at her build. She's gone tank. She's gone Adathema's Chains first. She's gone Locket of the Iron Solari. Again, all about cooldown reduction or ability haste. So that's also quite evident too. But that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy and you are interested on learning a little about the champion, because that's what I want to do. I just needed to see what this champion does. And this game has actually helped me a little bit kind of go, oh, okay. So this is what she does. She kind of builds tank and then builds ability haste to get her abilities up because her abilities are fast. That's why. And that's what she can do. But anyway, that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy, please do throw a like on it, throw a comment, throw a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace, restore our glory.